Hello there, my pretties. It is me, Technicolor, doing today's episode of the Technicolor Mike B Show. Yes, how is it going? It is Sunday. Yes, I love my Sundays because I can sleep in late and do whatever I please. Yes, indeed, do. And I did whatever I wanted to do today, and that is become Miss Technicolor. Now, I have always been doing lots of face paint designs, but I don't do a lot of female and drag characters. I've only done a drag design once before, and I didn't really share the design because it was for me and not for everyone else. And yeah, I always wonder, what will people be thinking of someone when they do a drag design, a drag character? Does it automatically make them gay or transvestite or transsexual? Or are they just experimenting and playing around? Yes, I am just playing around today, and I think it is important to be able to be an individual and do what you want to do. I'm always self-conscious of what other people are going to think, but you know, I am very much an individual that likes to be unique, that likes to be different, that isn't going to just conform to a specific mold per se. No, I try different things. Yeah, not everyone is going to have a mohawk. Not everyone is going to dye their hair different colors or shave their head or do makeup videos on a regular basis, but I like doing that. It is fun for me to do, so that is what I do. It doesn't have to say anything about who I am as a person or whether I am masculine or feminine. And yeah, I think there's aspects of this pandemic that I think was liberating for some people. Yes, it's been a challenge with the social distancing and not being able to see family and friends as often. But last summer, I was on YouTube a lot, and I stumbled on several videos where young teens, boys, even some girls, whatever, they decided, you know, we're in quarantine, we're not going to school, we're not going to see people, we can experiment, we can dye our hair crazy colors, we can use this opportunity to shave our head, get a mohawk, do other things. Yeah, people were, when you don't have to see people on a daily basis, they felt a little bit freer to experiment. And when I do events and parties and restaurants for kids, I notice that in the summer months, the kids are more likely to have blue hair, pink hair, whatever color, and then around August, if you ask them about their hair, they said, yeah, I have to cut it off, we're going to dye it back before we go to school. That there's just something about the summertime that you're being away from your friends, you don't have the uniform rules, you don't have the same restrictions that you might have for how long your hair is, what color it is, what you wear. And it's an opportunity for people to experiment. And I definitely think people were doing it with the pandemic, that people were like, you know, the barbershops are closed, the easiest kind of haircut is a crew cut, a shaved head, just cut it all off, cut it all short, make it all one length. and people were experimenting, and it was good to see that people were willing to challenge the norm of what they would normally do, try something new and different, see if you like it. Now, when it comes to hair, it grows back. Yeah, it might take you 6 months to get it long enough again to however long it was before you got it cut or dyed it or whatever you did to it, but it will grow back eventually. It just keeps growing and growing. It just might take some time. And yeah, so I think individuality is important, that we don't always have to try to be one of the guys, fit in, be the most popular person. And I don't know if I've mentioned on this, but last year I came up with an idea for a kid's book, and it's something I've for years worked on, written down ideas that I thought, hey, that would be a interesting idea for a story, and saved it somewhere. Never did anything with those ideas. But last year I had one, and I was like, I really do like this idea, this storyline, this concept I've come up with. And I've sat on it most of the time. I work on bits and pieces of the story every now and again. But one of the conversations I was thinking that the two main characters would be having is, one desperately wants to be popular, feel like he fits in with the rest of the class, the school, the other kids, and the other is like, as long as people are friendly, they aren't picking on me, they aren't being mean, I don't have to be popular. I don't want to be popular, I just don't want to be unliked. So yeah, as long as people aren't being mean and hateful and not liking him, he was happy with whoever he wanted to be, whoever he was. And the boy is like, he wasn't the most athletic, he wasn't the smartest kid in class. He was smart, but he was overweight, a little what made him fun to other people was the fact that he liked jokes and was good at parody songs and different things like that. So he had his way of being popular. He drew comic strips for the school newspaper and different things like that made him popular, liked, but not like he's not the big jock that everyone is going to celebrate for winning the game and things like that. And yeah, so the two kids would have this conversation about what it means to be popular, how to be liked by other people, how to fit in, what things you do that maybe makes you unpopular or stand out from each other. And so yeah, I always thought that I was born in the wrong generation, that as I grew up, I looked at what kids younger than me were able to do, and like when I'm in college and getting a job, that's when like hair colors seem to really pick up with kids, and like, oh my gosh, why wasn't I 12 years old when able to have blue hair during the summer? No, this was never an option. If it was, I don't think I knew anyone that had any color hair other than black or maybe bleached. There was no pink hair and blue hair back when I was a kid. So I always I've done always my own thing. To me, it's been more about individuality. Although it's like every time I do something, I ask myself, what are people going to think? What are they going to say? What do they think it means? But you know, I do things because that's what I wanted to do. So yeah, when I got my ears pierced and then added more earrings to it and then got my lip pierced and other things, yeah, I was self-conscious the first few times I went out in public or went to work or saw family and friends for the first time. But ultimately it was like, no, it's about me being me and not me being everyone else. And yeah, so yeah, sometimes you have to know where the line is and that you're not necessarily crossing a line that you don't want to cross. But yeah, you can do things, you can have fun, you can experiment, and if the social isolation and staying at home, working from home means that you can experiment a little bit more, you can try out that hairstyle that you've always thought, hey, what would I look like if I did this? Do it! And take advantage of this opportunity to be different, to be yourself. And yeah, if you do something strange to your hair, it will grow back. Yeah, unless you're already bald and there's nothing you can do, but yeah, if you have hair today, if you shave it, if you color it, if you cut it, if you decide you're just gonna let it grow for the next 3 months, it will just keep growing, it will grow back, you can cut it again later. I say, try it. Have some fun. Let your hair down. Do what you want to do to be you and not to be everyone else. So here is our balloon for today. Yes, our purple-haired, purple-skinned, beautiful princess. So this is Technicolorina for the Technicolor Mike B Show saying, see you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Thanks for watching and be yourself.